the foghorn, and to me, that sounds like home. Some years, the fog hangs so heavy that the garden soil turns green with mildew and the plants struggle to grow. But this season has been a beautiful balance of sunny days and cozy fog. The fog wraps around us like a blanket, softening the world and quieting the noise. It even reminds me of being tucked into bed as a little girl, the foghorn gently lulling me to sleep. Living here means learning to embrace that softness, even when it makes homesteading harder. Okay, fun fact, if you put a hunk of copper in your chicken water, it will not get green and algae filled as quickly. There it is. Big hunk of copper. And why do chickens have to poop in their water? Like, come on. My biggest issue with island living, this island living, is there is a lot of deer. There's too many deer. The ecosystem over here is definitely off kilter a little bit, and we're just overrun with deer. And there's so many of them that they've eaten up all their natural resources, and they've moved on to things that they shouldn't usually eat. So they'll eat herbs like oregano and lavender, which they are not supposed to eat, but they eat it. They're desperate. So there's been multiple occasions that they have gotten into our gardens, and it literally takes them one night. You have months and months and months of work, and they get into the garden, and in one night it's completely destroyed. So that's very heartbreaking, and that happens. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen this year. Everywhere has its challenges, it's true. But it's about finding your place amidst the chaos, choosing to see beauty in the small, quiet moments. The lupins are fading now, their season is slipping away. I'll truly miss seeing them out my kitchen window, but nature never leaves us empty for long. There's always something waiting to bloom, something new to love, to notice, to breathe in. Now it's yarrow and wild roses, and soon the foxgloves will appear. You start to know where you are in the year by what's in bloom. Once you take the time to notice, you find your own place in the rhythm of it all. I'm trying to whip up a loaf of gluten-free sourdough bread right now. I really thought that I could add that honey a little better. Oh well, it's gonna be a sweet sourdough loaf. Whoops. All right, my starter is nice and bubbly. Time to add it in. Majority of what's in here. Sourdough starter to the psyllium husk. Mix that in really good, and then we're gonna put it in the flour. So this is gluten-free sourdough bread, and this weird brown jelly-like substance is psyllium husk, and that is what we add to gluten-free breads just to give it that texture, just like it had gluten. Not just like it had gluten, but as close as we can get. This dough will rest in the fridge overnight, quietly taking shape while the house sleeps. The next day arrives with rain, a soft, steady reminder to slow down. But then the unexpected happens, and you're faced with yet another challenge of island life: neighbors. into the chicken coop to check on a baby because the neighbor's dog came over and it got a hold of one of our little babies, like 3-week-old babies, and it took it. The owner did come and retrieve the baby, but the chick was like limping around, and the mom is brand new. She's not even a year old yet, so she doesn't know what to do, so she's kind of ignoring the baby chick. I put it into the coop to see if the mama would come around and keep the baby warm to see if it has a fighting chance. But so far, she's just hiding way up in the coop and just ignoring the baby. So we might have an indoor baby, but let's see. Oh, there's the mama. Go get your baby. Oh, look at it. Oh my gosh, I don't want to have an indoor chicken right now. All right. Baby. We're gonna take it. I'm gonna take baby inside for a little bit to keep it warm, just see how things are going. The boys will be excited. Now that the sourdough loaf has sat overnight, it's finally ready to be baked. Scoring the bread is my favorite part. Anytime I get the chance to be creative, I'm all in, even if I still need a little bit more practice. And I'm happy to say that the baby chick made it through the dog attack and is healing very well. But now it needs a name. If you have an idea, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you would call this little survivor. We've been back and forth on the ferry these days, running errands, sports practices, visiting friends. Foggy ferry rides are beautifully mysterious, like when you catch sight of an unexpected vessel slowly emerging from the haze. It always feels a little bit like Pirates of the Caribbean. And when the sun finally comes out, my focus shifts back to the simple tasks at home. Watering, weeding, and checking to see what's growing. There's something grounding about tending the garden after days of coming and going. It brings me back to the present moment, back to my own small patch of earth. Island homesteading has its struggles, that's true. But I'll take those struggles any day, because being able to leave my home on foot and stand by the ocean within minutes, it still feels surreal. A daily gift I never want to take for granted.